Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the April 7th Municipal Planning Commission. I would like to call this meeting to order. We have no one requiring excused from the meeting, so I'll go on to the minutes. The minutes were attached in the package of March 24th. How do you wish to handle them? Ellen? A motion to approve. All right. Any other conversation around the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? That is carried. Post-agenda items. Are there any post-agenda items? How about an adoption of the agenda then? Greg? Greg moves to adopt the agenda as circulated. All in favor of that motion? That is carried. Development report. Channelie, permitted use report for the month of March. Is there any questions for Channelie? Yes, Alan, go ahead.
Just a question about the third from the bottom, construction of a building to be used for government services, specifically a fire hall, approval of existing accessory building. Just curious, are we talking about the hall itself, or is this a different accessory building?
Go ahead, Channelie.
The accessory building that is referred to is what was used prior for the fire hall. We're building the new fire hall. We're going to keep that building as an accessory building for storage.
Any other questions for Channelie? Okay, we will accept for information. Thank you. 7.1. Maria, is that you? Good morning. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Chair. We will start with subdivision number 2022. Sorry, that's a error in my MPC report, -0-001. This is an application to subdivide a 4.9 acre parcel to be consolidated with the remainder of the northeast of 261714. The subject lands are located 11 kilometers west of Tilly and 10 kilometers south of the city of Brooks in Division 2. The lands are zoned agriculture and the use will remain agriculture. Currently, the access is through the parcel that is proposed to be subdivided to access the residents in the northeast of 261714. So to rectify that access issue, they are going to subdivide and then consolidate so that it's all one parcel. Information has been submitted from the AER. There are no abandoned wells. There is a small wetland, but because this subdivision is not for development, that shouldn't affect anything in this regard. There are no environmentally significant areas or historical, anything of historical significance, again, because there is no development proposed. It's okay. So staff is recommending that MPC approve the subdivision with the conditions to be considered. And then municipal reserve be left as is because this is just a boundary line adjustment, and essentially that quarter section is becoming a full quarter section.
Thanks. Okay. Questions, Lynette? Go ahead.
In where it says a subdivision recommendation, number 1 says propose that it's consistent with South Saskatchewan Regional Plan, blah, blah, blah. And then it says Town of Bazzano Intermunicipal Development Plan. Why do we cite the Town of Bazzano in this?
Thank you. That is also an error that we need to scratch off. So the Town of Bazzano is not involved in this. Thank you for catching that. There is no intermunicipal plan involved with this subdivision. Sorry about that.
Go ahead, Neil.
There's just one title when this is done, right?
Well,
Yeah, I would move that. If the district's doing it, I totally understand it. It's a good one.
did I hear a motion there? You did, okay. Well, you were kind of mumbling, and I wasn't quite sure. Thank you, Neil. So, a motion to accept the recommendation? Is there any other questions on the subdivision? Call the question. All in favor of the motion? That is carried. Seven point two, subdivision application.
Thank you. This is subdivision application 2022-002. The proposal is to subdivide a 2-acre parcel from a parcel in the east half of 36-2015 for residential use. The subject parcel is located at the intersection of Highway 36 and Secondary Highway 550, approximately 2 kilometers west of the village of Dutches. There is an existing 5-lot country residential subdivision on this quarter, and an additional 15 country residential lots were subdivided in 1997. There was an area structure plan that dictated the subdivision and development in this area. It was called the Bensi Area Structure Plan. That was adopted in 96, but that plan was rescinded in 2019. The applicant has submitted a septic suitability study, and the soils are suitable for a septic field. There are no wetlands or environmentally or historically significant areas located on this parcel. We did receive comment from Alberta Transportation, and they are in favor of this proposed subdivision. ATCO Gas will have, already has an existing utility right-of-way agreement, so they are in favor of the subdivision. The Eastern Irrigation District, for all subdivisions, need to give consent for subdivisions. So they do have these attached conditions for rural water use for that parcel. So we do recommend that those are followed as part of the subdivision finalization. We did receive a reply from Dutches because this is located within the intermunicipal development plan of Dutches. So we received a reply yesterday, and they have no concerns with this proposal. The conditions that we recommend be considered are that all taxes be paid, that the applicant meets the requirements of the EID, that the applicant supplies any utility right-of-way plans, easements, or agreements that are to be registered on the title. And the municipal reserve is not applicable in this instance as it had been taken care of at a previous subdivision. So administration recommends that MPC approve this subdivision with the conditions to be considered. Thanks.
Go ahead, Greg. Questions?
Good morning. That area in red on the map, is that the EID, is that the EID easement or the right-of-way?
Yeah, that's a good question. That is an existing easement agreement with the 5 lots east of the proposed subdivision, so that they are able to access those lands to access the dugout for EID water. So if this subdivision is approved, then the applicant will have to also provide an easement or alter the existing easement agreement so that they are also able to access that dugout if that's how they would like to irrigate their proposed subdivision.
Go ahead, Holly.
I recognize the name. Were they not here earlier for a business license, the dog one perhaps? So does that have any effect on any of this? That's entirely separate. I don't remember that application really well.
Yeah, that was a dog grooming business out of the existing house. So just west of this proposed parcel is an existing house that does have that business. So they're proposing the subdivision for an additional house on that parcel. And the development permit is only for the existing house. It won't transfer to this new parcel created.
Any other questions on this application? How would you wish to handle it?
I'll move it.
Greg?
Yeah, I'll move that, that we adopt this subdivision with recommendations.
As recommended. Great. Any other questions or comments? Maria?
Again,
Yeah.
this says the town of Bizano, so if we could amend the motion to say Dutchess. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Yeah, I did see that. Bassano's having a lot of input today for some reason. Not so much. But it's great that we received a reply from Dutchess. That's notable. Thank you for that. Call the question. All in favor of the motion to approve? That is carried. In camera, is there a need for in camera today? Seeing none, I'll carry on. The Rommens Dairies Limited is there for information. This would have been approved by AER. Did you want to expand on that, Maria?
Sure. The dairy farm would like to expand their barn to allow for an automatic robotic milking system, so there's no increase in the number of animals. But any time anything changes, when they have NRCB approval, it has to go through NRCB and everything needs to be approved. So as part of this process, when the application is deemed complete by the NRCB, they request a county response. So I have included my response, which just includes questions such as, is this consistent with the municipal development plan? Is this a use that's okay in the land use bylaw? And then questions concerning the neighbors. So if council is okay with the response that I have prepared, then I will submit that to NRCB.
Yes, I said AER, NRCB, another government body. So you've got the response in your package. Are there any questions or concerns with Maria's response? All right, we will accept for information. Thank you. And I will, are there any questions for Municipal Planning Commission? Seeing none, I'll adjourn the meeting.